What's going on, YouTube? It's the Green Shiz. Hope everybody's doing good. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Haven't really done a video like this in a while. Just kind of saying hi, see how things are going. A few updates here and there in this video. What's going on with upcoming videos, possibly. Just a general check-in. And just wanted to do it this way. It's kind of throwback to the old basement videos. Most of my videos were just random shot up like this. I'd put up the camera not knowing what I was about to talk about and just throw it up and make it happen, which is probably why I'm close to almost 300 videos, which is awesome. So I definitely appreciate everybody being here. It's been a pretty awesome ride. So I made a couple big purchases. The one is currently lost in the mail. It's supposed to be here today, so it's not really lost yet, but it's still in transit. Hasn't even updated since it got left the original post office. But I made a huge purchase, and I'm just going to spoil it here for the people that are actually watching this video. So I purchased a PSA 6 First Edition base set Charizard. I purchased that through Pallet Town Pokemon on Instagram, who I had the podcast with week and a half ago. He had listed it on his Instagram, and I saw it instantly messaged to purchase and purchased. And basically it's a PSA 6 because it's severely off center. And I saw it as an opportunity to buy regrade with CGC. So those of you, a lot of people don't like CGC. I actually didn't renew my membership to CGC, but I'm going to have to probably renew some version of it to submit this card. And a lot of people are going to think I'm going to lose money because I'm cracking a PSA slabbed First Edition Charizard. And it sounds insane. It sounds absolutely insane. And it rightfully so, I guess. But there is a lot behind the scenes that people don't even think about. So sports cards and off-center. So off-center cards and sports cards. So this PSA 9 off-center OPC Steve Eisman rookie card sells for less than a PSA 8. Pokemon and off-center PSA 9 will sell for just below a PSA 9. It's an error card. It's a misprint card, they'll call it. Sports, I believe both ways. This is a mint. This card is gem mint. This Eisman card there's not an issue wrong with it. Perfect corners. So I was like, man, I really want this card that's a 9 OC over an 8 because it looks mint. It just is off center. For me, the eye appeal is less, but I get more out of it because there's no ding corners. So kind of going back to what I was just talking about. So the off center in sports demolishes the price. Rightfully so, I guess, if you're looking at a PSA slab. So if you're looking at a PSA slab, like the card I just purchased, a PSA 6 Charizard First Edition base. Nowhere on there does it say OC, because it probably wasn't good enough to be the 9 OC. That's usually the only time you see an OC or an MC is when it's a possible 10 or a 9. They'll give it that designation. So they dropped it all the way down to a 6 because that thing is way off. It's way off. You can't see the dots in the corners, but it's way off. Similar to other OC cards that CGC has graded. So my plan is to get in this card, which is a very good condition, PSA 8-ish type condition, not looking at the eye appeal. PSA 8 plus, I'd say almost, without holding the card in my hand after cracking it. But the plan is to crack this card, grade it at CGC, and get an 8, 8.5, long shot 9 from just without seeing, I can't really tell, but after I get the card in my hand, I'll be able to estimate the subgrades. So the way CGC does it, if you have an OC card, they on the slab they literally write OC for the centering, and that does not affect the grade of the card basically at all. So now it's basically going off the other 3 grades: surface, corners, edges. So if you can pull an 8 average, you're going to get an 8. And let me tell you, a CGC 8 OC Charizard is going to sell for a hell of a lot more than a PSA 6. Sports cards, probably not. It would be really close, but historically, off-center Pokemon cards sell for just below or about the same as a centered Pokemon card, because people see them as errors. And they are factory printing, cutting errors, I guess. But people care in sports a lot more about eye appeal. And people in Pokemon went, wow, that's a really cool off-center card. It's cool that the factory did that. I want to pay more money. So that's something to know about Pokemon, is people like the off-center stuff. And I had an experience doing it with the Shining, the Korokoro Mew. I purchased a PSA 9 OC Shining Korokoro Mew, cheap. It was like somebody listed it locally on Facebook Marketplace, like $200 under value, and I went and picked it up and just relisted it to sell. And that thing sold right at the same price as a PSA 9, literally the same price. So there is the chance though, like if it had a corner ding, it could have been a 6. It could have been a 5, because when you factor in that designation of OC at PSA, that's basically them saying, okay, this is a 9. We're not even looking at the centering. So they're just omitting the centering. You can't have a 10 OC. So it's basically, this card would have been a 10, but it's OC. So we're giving it a 9 OC. So that's where it kind of, like this Eiserman card I have is a 10, but it's OC so bad you can't give it a 10 just because of the eye appeal, essentially. So it's a 9 OC. Which, like I said, if it had a ding and it wasn't that 10-9 category and it was like a 8-7, that thing would probably been a 5. So just the stupid stuff like that you need to just watch on, because you can find, like I said, I've said so many times, CGC is way more lenient on binder dings. The centering, off-center cards, those are the plays at CGC. Not submitting your gem mint cards, stuff like that. Like if you're chasing 10s, you're going to PSA, SGC. They have very similar 10 scales, in my opinion. CGC is more of the error cards, the off-center, the binder dings. They're a lot more forgiving on those. And also some, like, I've done it a few times. I get a Lugia in, because I know CGC is quite a bit more lenient on their print lines. So I'll get a 9 level Lugia, which is what I have, that I just tried crossing the PSA to a 9 and it failed. But CGC is a lot more lenient on print lines. So I'll get this card and I'm like, man, this is like an 8 or a 9 at PSA. But looking at it, the subgrades are going to get me to the 9 guaranteed at CGC. I got to do it. So, because like I said, they're way more lenient on that. But it is tougher to get a 10 or a 9.5. But getting a 9 is more attainable, especially with some of the higher end stuff. They definitely have to have different graders looking at it, from my experience. I think the people sending in some of the bulk type stuff goes to some of the newer graders, and they get paid to assign 8.5 surfaces, which is blasphemy in itself. But yeah, man, I really excited for this purchase. It should be here in the coming days. I really don't want to start sweating over a card in the mail, but it could happen. And really looking forward to it. That'll be awesome. So that'll be going CGC like Time Warp or whatever. It'll be like a $150 submission probably. They'll get it cranked out in a couple days. And we'll see if I took a fat L. And the plan is basically just flipping. So I purchased the card, full intentions of flipping. If some godforsaken reason it can pull a 9 OC, I might keep it for my 9 set. Just because that would be freaking sweet that I did it myself. Turned a PSA 6 into a 9, but I want to say I doubt it. I want to say just looking at the two HD images, it's probably at 8, 8.5. Really pushing for that 8.5 would be awesome. But I have seen my Shadowless Charizard is submitted. I think I wrote down I was expecting like a 7 from CGC and I got a 9. So you never know what's going to happen. You absolutely never know. So that's all happening. I just got a bunch of stuff back from PWCC from my purchases. And I guess I'll show you on this camera right quick. And I also got a banger too. So this, I'll show you that one first. I've been looking for one of these for a long time. This is an English Amazing Rare CGC 10 Kyogre. Finally got one. I had to purchase it. Wow. I've seen a lot more 10s at CGC in English popping up. I don't know if it's a couple guys had some really good print runs, or a couple graders decided they wanted to lose their job and assign some 10s, but there was 2 of these Kyogres that popped up, 3 or 4 Jirachi English 10s, all from the same seller, and then also Evital or something. Like there was like 10 CGC 10 English Amazing Rares in the last 2 weeks. And that's the first time I've ever seen one of these listed. I literally almost on Facebook offered like $400 finder's fee to find one of these, but I bought it. I just bought it for $100, so which is $30-ish over what the Jirachi CGC 10 Pristine went for. So I wanted it. I wanted to secure the bag. I got the bag. Now I got the Kyogre to go with all 20 other ones I got. So bought this Barry Sanders rookie card. This is only a PSA 8. Pretty cheap. It's probably $40. So I snatched that off PWCC for the personal collection. He's the GOAT, running back GOAT. And bought a handful of first edition base. So these are not everything I purchased off PWC. These are the ones I shipped here kind of for the personal collection. So Diglett, PSA 9 first ed base. Staryu, PSA 9 first ed base. And usually when I'm buying these off PWCC, they're like $40, $45. Except this one was cheap. It was like $17. They're selling for like $23 usually. Jinx, these are all PSA 9s. Weedle, Nidoran, and Metapod, and Kakuna. So I'm chipping away at a full set here, slowly but surely. Oh, and a Fairy Doll too. These have been the rares. Like, you look at it, like, if I hold up 9 of these, that's a whole pack, because this is a rare. Packs are selling for like $4,500, $4,000. Light packs are selling, I don't even know, $3,000, $3,500. But I said $4,500 because the box break for CollectCon was $4,500. Now I'll run through these real quick and then I'll end the video. But this is PSA 9 first edition Legend of Blue Eyes cards. Similar type thing I'm doing here. So to the first ed Pokemon. These are much lower pops. Most of these are like 20 in 9s. And the 10s are very similar because not a lot of people graded these, because people aren't really set collecting Yu-Gi-Oh! But this is the first set, and it's pretty cool. These are just a bunch of the common stuff. And those are like, all of those are like $20 less or less. And the last one I purchased was the first printing of the English Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. 2005 release. They actually messed this label up. It's supposed to be 2005. They put 2006. 2006 was the ultra rare version, which is less awesome. So this was a pretty nice pickup actually from one of my subscribers. So Appreciate you selling this to me. I'm going to send this in to get the label fixed, and probably sit on it because it's pretty sick. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed some of the insight into what's coming up. Definitely tune in. I'm going to be going live. I guess I'm posting this on Sunday. I'm going live tonight. Probably should have said that earlier in the video, but I'm going to go live tonight, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the PWCC auction. Lots of juicy stuff. 6,000 cards. I think about 2,000 Pokemon cards, so it's going to be awesome. Let me know down below if you're going to be attending. I hope to see you guys there. Been about 20 to 25 of us in the last couple lives I've had, but I also skipped a couple, or 2 or 3, because of my back issue, but we're feeling much better, so hope to see you guys there. Y'all have a good one.